Welcome everybody back to Extreme Off-Road Silly Bills, and today we're dealing with the 2019 Porsche number 70 Porsche Motorsport 935. This now has 1110 horsepower, 841 pounds-feet of torque, from a 4 litre twin turbocharged flat 6. The car itself now weighs 2,857 pounds, has all-wheel drive, off-road tyres and off-road suspension, and it can only 0 to 60 in 2.405 seconds. 0 to 100 in 4.295 seconds, and going to a top speed of 230 miles an hour. So this, in terms of acceleration and lack of weight, is better than the previous 3 Porsches that we've had out in this series. So it should in theory be quicker when it comes to this course, but obviously there's a lot more at play than just outright acceleration or general lack of weight. But on the whole, the stats look fairly impressive. Being a track car, it's going to have plenty of handling and braking, but even the off-road capability is pretty good. And yeah, you add that in with the launch, acceleration and speed, then we should have a pretty formidable car. So yeah, each Porsche that we've used on this series since the current festival playlist has beaten the last one. The first one obviously beating the previous fastest Porsche, I believe. So yeah, whether or not this can keep up that streak, I don't know, but it does have that potential, especially when you look at the stats, acceleration and the lack of weight on this car. So yeah, should be hopefully pretty damn quick. So yeah, this is not a new car to the game, by the way, even though it is the 20-point festival playlist reward for the current season. It is a car that we've had before. I did a couple of videos on it last year, even did a review. So yeah, it's not a new car to the game. So yeah, which is a little bit disappointing. It does kind of make me think that they're winding down support for this game, because I don't think we've had a repeat car for a 20-point reward car ever in previous seasons. So the fact that we do have one now, it's, oh dear, spun out there. The fact that we do have one now, when oh, I'm gonna have to rewind again. The fact that we do have one does concern me, that the support for this game is winding down, which wouldn't be too much of an issue if there was an announcement of a new game, but obviously we have not. I imagine Playground Games is under a lot of pressure when it comes to that, given how wildly successful this game was. I mean, 1.2 million people were playing this on the pre-order basis alone, in terms of getting to play the game early. Never mind the 20 million or so that were playing it around 7 months after it was released. So yeah, no doubt that put a lot of pressure onto them, but also the fact that they've also been working on the new Fable game, which also hasn't had a release date yet. It is slated for 2025, but still haven't heard anything about it yet in terms of any other concrete release date. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if we have to wait until 2026, maybe even 2027, for a follow-up to this game, to be honest. So yeah, but hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully we get one announced sometime next year and gets released October, November again. But still, for now we are on this game still, because it is still enjoyable to race around on, and certainly with this series. And this car is so far doing okay. I know we had that spin out when we used 2 of our 3 rewinds, but it has held its own since. Really rather good rates of speed. 58 down there, that's pretty damn quick. Those cars do struggle to get even to 150. But it's more about being consistent down this course. You can have your odd spurts of massive speed all you like, but if you're not quick for the corners and you're not able to handle the jumps and bumps, then you are going to be in trouble regardless of the odd moments of good speed. I'd like to hear your thoughts, guys, about where you'd like to see the next Forza Horizon game set in. I think Asia, or in some regards either Japan or maybe even Hong Kong, and compete against Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown in that regard and try that. So yeah, not the fastest Porsche that we've had. Unfortunately, this has broken that massive streak that we had for quite some time, 3 minutes 17.414. To put that into context, the 911 GT3R, which was the car in the previous episode, managed that nearly 3 seconds faster. So yeah, that kind of puts it into context how quick that car was. But still, this is quick enough to get ahead of a Subaru WRX STI RX supercar, and other off-road vehicles like the what have we got? To be honest, there's not that great deal of off-road vehicles surrounding this car in this time. Only the ARX is the one that is immediately close to us. But there are cars quicker than us that you might not expect. But there are other Porsche vehicles that are quicker than us as well, like the Mission R, the 911 GT3 RS, and obviously the 911 Rally, and the 911 GT3R in the previous episode. So yeah, not the fastest Porsche by any means, but the fact is we are into 58th place, which is not half bad, especially when you consider this is a full-blown track car. It's not one that is, you know, half track car, half road car. It is full-blown for the track, and therefore it's completely out of its comfort zone. So yeah, it did reasonably well as far as track cars go, although we have had a lot faster than this. But still, like I said, you can get it for 20 points, although, like I said, it's still not a brand new car to the game. It is a repeat offender in that regard. So yeah, but still a decent racing car. It's certainly one of the better looking ones I find, especially when it comes to the rear end. But overall, reasonable on this series, but not spectacular. Nonetheless, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.